take their chips to market in terms of derivative IC engineering or platform application software development, or in terms of consulting on the right chip architecture for your chip. Lastly, where is this wearable market headed? And there are some interesting paradigms that might emerge as we go. For example, what can we predict about chip design cycles, having to overlap with fashion cycles? You need to think of wearables as, like you said, individualistic. It's about self-expressions. And so a lot of fashion cycles could drive, what people are wearing, what kind of devices today is in the market, and what could change. So as fashion cycles change, you suddenly have to also adapt your design cycles to adapt to your fashion cycles. So what is the new processes, what new methodologies will you have to bring in to kind of, create this overlap of your own methodologies and cycles and meeting up with the fashion cycles? You would have to probably look at completely new human interfaces and interaction guidelines and rules that will get defined that you don't know today. That will be driven by the consumers that you will have to cater to. Who knows, today it's consumers who are driving the market, and tomorrow it could be enterprises that completely take over this market. You could, for example, have employees having to, instead of having badges, they just come with a wearable, and it has a lot of data about them, about their security and a lot of things. So employees are provided with a wearable watch or something that they come in with that tracks their health. Are you actually being very active, and sponsor a lot of health initiatives for people who are not active. You don't know how things will emerge. A lot of enterprises could come in and bring in a lot of stake into this market. How do changing form factors? You're today looking at wearables which are like watches, it's still big, but more and more you are looking at implantables, just under the skin wearables. Of course, there are also people talking about wearables that will, that you can actually swallow and then actually track some of your internal activities, but that's still too far and people may not like it. But you're not probably too far away from implantables that you want. So what kind of form factors will be required? Then in that case, what kind of packaging you will have to look at? Is it bio packaging? Is it, what kind of packaging, biodegradable packaging? What kind of packaging does these chip companies will have to look at? Also, in terms of your own chip design cycles or designing products for this market, you don't know what kind of other interdisciplinary approaches that you need to take. You may have to work with biologists. You have to work with fashion gurus. As you are a chip designer, suddenly you are bringing in different disciplines to come to your chip company and help you design the right chips. That could be another trend that they emerge. And lastly, it's about also solving a lot of paradoxes that will emerge in terms of people who want to be private versus social, people who want something which is functionable but yet fashionable. How do you address all of these paradoxes that might emerge and really address this market? But beyond all of this, the way I look at this market in one simple word or one simple phrase is this really finally the sixth sense? People talk about having 5 senses, and you sometimes talk about have a sixth sense, but then is this really going to become the dependable sixth sense that everybody talks about in a real form? Thank you.